Ladies, let's talk about menopause. It's a natural part of life. Every woman goes through it, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Menopause marks the end of your reproductive years. It's when your body stops having periods for good. This usually happens around age 51, but it can start earlier or later. Menopause isn't just one day or one moment, it's a process. It can take years. During this time, your body goes through many changes. Your hormones shift, your periods become irregular, you might have hot flashes, you might have trouble sleeping. These changes can be challenging, but they're normal.
I remember when I first started experiencing symptoms. I was in my late 40s. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat. I thought something was wrong with me, but then I learned about menopause.
Perimenopause is the first stage of menopause. It's like the opening act. This stage can start in your 40s. For some women, it begins even earlier. During perimenopause, your body starts to change. Your ovaries begin to produce less estrogen. This causes your periods to become irregular. You might notice other changes too. Hot flashes are common. These are sudden feelings of heat in your upper body. They can make you sweat. You might have trouble sleeping. Your mood might swing up and down. Some women experience vaginal dryness. Others notice changes in their sex drive.
I remember talking to my friend Gail about perimenopause. She told me she'd been having night sweats. Her periods were all over the place. Some months she'd skip them entirely. Other months they'd come twice. She was worried, but her doctor reassured her.
Menopause is the main event. It's officially diagnosed when you've gone 12 months without a period. This usually happens around age 51, but it can occur earlier or later. Menopause is a milestone. It marks the end of your reproductive years. Your ovaries stop releasing eggs. They produce much less estrogen. During menopause, the symptoms you experienced in perimenopause may continue. They might even intensify. Hot flashes can become more frequent. Night sweats might disrupt your sleep more often. You might notice changes in your skin and hair. Some women experience weight gain. Others report feeling forgetful or foggy.
I'll never forget when I realized I was in menopause. I hadn't had a period in over a year. My hot flashes were intense. I'd be in the middle of an interview and suddenly I'd feel like I was on fire. It was challenging, but I learned to manage it. I found ways to stay cool and comfortable. Postmenopause is the final stage. It begins after you've gone 12 months without a period. This stage lasts for the rest of your life. Your body has adjusted to lower levels of estrogen. Many menopause symptoms start to ease. Hot flashes may become less frequent. Your mood might stabilize, but postmenopause brings its own challenges. Your risk for certain health conditions increases. Osteoporosis is a concern. This is when your bones become weak and brittle. Heart disease risk also goes up. You might notice changes in your skin and hair. Some women experience continued vaginal dryness.
I entered postmenopause a few years ago. At first, I was relieved. My hot flashes had finally stopped. But then I learned about the health risks. I realized I needed to take care of my bones and heart. I started exercising more. I paid attention to my diet. I made sure to get regular checkups. Postmenopause isn't the end.
Menopause symptoms can vary widely. Some women have few symptoms, others experience many. Hot flashes are one of the most common. These are sudden feelings of heat. They often start in your chest. Then they spread to your neck and face. You might start sweating, your face might turn red. Hot flashes can happen day or night. Sleep problems are another common symptom. You might have trouble falling asleep, or you might wake up in the middle of the night. Night sweats can disrupt your sleep. This can leave you feeling tired and irritable during the day. Some women experience mood swings. You might feel anxious or depressed.
I remember one particularly bad night. I woke up drenched in sweat. My heart was racing. I couldn't get back to sleep. The next day I was exhausted. I snapped at my assistant over something small.
Menopause increases your risk for certain health conditions. Osteoporosis is one of them. This is when your bones become weak and brittle. After menopause, you lose bone mass more quickly. This can lead to fractures. To protect your bones, get enough calcium and vitamin D. Exercise regularly. Weight-bearing exercises are especially good for bone health.
Heart disease risk also goes up after menopause. Before menopause, estrogen helps protect your heart. After menopause, you lose this protection. To keep your heart healthy, eat a balanced diet. Avoid smoking, keep your blood pressure and cholesterol in check. Regular exercise can help too.
I take my heart health seriously. My family has a history of heart disease. After menopause, I became even more vigilant. I started eating more fruits and vegetables. I cut back on red meat. I make sure to exercise regularly. It's not always easy, but I know it's important for my health.